Hello and welcome everyone back to my channel, and welcome back to my Game of Thrones Legends mobile game content. So today I want to do another installment in the Pro Tips series. This is going to be Pro Tip number 18, and it's going to be on a topic about how not to get yourself into silver hell. Oh my god, so what am I meaning by silver hell? Well, it's definitely an issue with the design of this game. I'm just going to say that right off the bat. This is something that the developers really need to look at, unless they're intentionally wanting it to be this way. Because this is so bad for players once they get to a certain level that it basically just stops the game in its tracks for them, and it becomes a slog, a slow crawl at a certain point. Now, the reason why silver can be such an issue, and players, it's really deceiving at first, because players don't really understand how big of an issue this is until they get a certain stage in their gameplay. Like me, I was that new player that started at release, and I realized really quickly that this game was going to be very stingy with its summon tokens and with its resources. So I decided that the most efficient thing for me to do was to pick a team and to focus on it. I didn't want to get sucked into the trap of trying to build 5 different teams at once and trying to spread my resources out among 5 different teams. Because honestly, unless you're a whale and unless you're planning on spending thousands of dollars on this game, you are not going to have the ability to get to a high tier of gameplay unless you focus on a certain team, or possibly 2 at most. For me, I chose to try to focus on building a fire team. I kind of wish I had went a different direction now that I see how that team performs. But it is what it is, because there are certain characters from the game that I loved in the lore, and I wanted to build a team focused around those exclusively. So I went a direction, and I decided to stick with it. Then, everything was going along fine. I was watching everybody complain about, oh my god, I need silver, oh my god, I need silver. And my problem was always food, because I was constantly upgrading gear, because I had my team that I was focused on as far as I could get them with levels, and I couldn't really do nothing else with stars or levels until I got lucky and got, a good pull on those characters and got the ability to raise their levels. But that came slow and few and far between. What I was always having a problem with was food, because I was constantly upgrading gear to try to keep my power up, because I couldn't do anything else. So I focused on my iron miners and my food farmers, keeping them high level while I leveled my fortress, and I kind of just forgot about my silver mine, to be honest with you, because my silver storage was right now it's at 170k. It was like at 150k, and because I was not using my silver on a regular basis, mine stacked up to max, and I couldn't even really do anything with it. I just kept on putting levels into characters I wasn't even planning on using every once in a while, just to keep my silver beat down to where it would continue to accumulate, because I hated to see something be stuck at max capacity and not be gaining every day, you know what I mean? But I realized this last week how big of a mistake that was, to let my silver mines kind of languish, because last week I actually got lucky and finally got some good pulls and was able to get a 4th star on my Daenerys. I was able to get a 4th star on my Ned. I was able to get my Samwell up to 5 stars. And a lot of the characters that I am actually working on, I was able to actually get them some stars so that I can now put some levels into them. Well, guess what? I burned through all my silver that I had in my storage in no time, because at those levels, the silver usage starts to get super high for a level. Let me show you what I'm talking about. My Daenerys is at 4 stars right now. Not the most advanced character in the whole game. I get it. There's lots of people with 5, 6, 7 stars. I get it. But for me, 1,600 silver for a level is really brutal because, you know, I'm only making, I don't even know what I'm making in total, but I'm not making that much very often. So what ends up happening is, because I've let my silver miners kind of languish behind and they're not as high of a level as they could be, my production on silver is really dragging behind, and it's slowing me down big time now. It's no longer an issue of food, it's now an issue of silver. Completely silver is what's holding me back. So my advice to you in today's pro tip is, do not neglect your silver mines and your silver miners. While you're raising your fortresses, keep up with your silver mines and your silver miners so that you can be accumulating that silver as much as possible. Because if you're going to be a serious player in this game, there will come a time when you finally get some good pulls and you unlock a few stars on some people you're really wanting to focus on, and then you won't have the silver. And that's gonna suck. And that's where I'm at right now. I am in silver hell. I'm getting like 2K silver a day right now, and that's just not doing it. So yes, there are ways to grind some silver. You can get silver in campaign rewards. You can get silver in raid rewards. You can get silver in the Red God's altar randomly, but that's not enough to really make a huge difference in your silver needs. So yeah, I'm just gonna throw this out there, folks. Pay attention to your silver mines and silver miners, and don't get yourself in silver hell. So I want to thank you for watching my content today. I hope this video helped you, and kind of as a public service announcement to keep you aware of what you're going to end up getting yourself into if you don't pay attention. I appreciate you being here, and I hope you have a great day. Catch me on the next installment of the Pro Tips series.